Some mistakes cannot be fixed with an apology. Some decisions take only a single moment of haste to cost as many years afterward. Today's story is about a farm, a final bag of seeds, and a costly lesson not everyone realizes in time. In a dry, highland region where the wind blows all year round, and the ground is cracked by relentless heat, there was a small farm resting quietly on a hillside. That farm was called Sunfield Farm. Its owner was a middle-aged man named Ethan. In the past, Ethan was a skilled farmer. He understood the soil, he understood crops, he understood even the smallest changes in the weather. But year after year, drought arrived. Harvest failed, the farm slowly declined. Fields that were once green turned into dry, gray-brown land. The barns gradually became empty. Neighbors left one by one. Inside Ethan's storage room, there was only one bag of seeds left. That bag of seeds was not ordinary. It was a seed variety left behind by Ethan's father. It was a drought-resistant crop that could save an entire season if planted at the right time and in the right way. Before he passed away, Ethan's father once spoke to him. "You may lose money, you may lose land, but never plant seeds with haste and greed." Ethan remembered those words clearly, but now facing heavy debts and an empty home, fear slowly took control. Sleepless nights followed. One after another, Ethan lay awake, staring at the ceiling in the darkness. One question repeated endlessly in his mind. If this fails again, what will I have left to start over? In the end, fear defeated patience one early morning. Before the sun rose high, Ethan carried the bag of seeds to the dry field. He did not wait for rain. He did not check the moisture of the soil. He did not divide the seeds into separate plots. In a moment, filled with anxiety, Ethan planted everything. Handful after handful of seeds fell onto the hard, dry ground. Each seed was buried beneath blind hope. Standing in the middle of the field, Ethan whispered to himself, "This time I am not allowed to fail." The days that followed were heavy with waiting. Every morning, Ethan went to the field before sunrise. He watered the land. He watched the soil closely. He waited for signs of life, but the sky remained clear and empty. Not a single drop of rain fell. A few weak sprouts pushed through the soil. They quickly withered under the harsh sun. With each passing day, fewer sprouts survived. Until one morning, Ethan stood motionless in the middle of the vast field. Only one small sprout remained. All around it was dead land, seeds that would never grow. In his hands, the seed bag was empty. Ethan knelt beside the tiny sprout. For the first time in many years, he cried. He did not cry because of the failed harvest. He did not cry because of poverty. He cried because he realized he had placed all his hope on a single chance and left himself no room to recover. He remembered his father. He remembered the calm eyes of a man who had spent his entire life farming. A few days later, when Ethan had nearly given up, the sky began to change. Clouds gathered slowly. The wind rose, then rain fell. It was not heavy. It was not violent, but it was steady and gentle. Rain continued for several days. The soil softened, water returned beneath the ground. The small sprout grew greener. It grew stronger. Ethan cared for it carefully, as if caring for his last remaining hope. Time passed, the sprout grew taller. It flowered, then it produced seeds. Ethan did not rush to harvest. He observed, he relearned patience. He relearned respect for nature. When the season ended, Ethan collected a new supply of seeds. Not many, but enough to begin again. This time, Ethan planted in smaller portions. He always kept some seeds in reserve. Sunfield Farm did not become prosperous quickly, but it survived one afternoon. Ethan stood in the young green field. Soft sunlight covered the new shoots. He spoke quietly as if speaking to himself. True effort does not always mean using everything at once. Sometimes wisdom means knowing how to save a part for later. In life, do not place all your hope on a single rush decision. Effort is necessary, but patience and clarity are what allow us to go far. A wise person is not someone who dares to gamble everything. A wise person is someone who knows how to keep a chance, to begin again after failure. And then Ethan realized that giving everything at once does not always mean true effort. Sometimes saving one seed is the same as saving hope for tomorrow. In life, do not gamble everything on a rushed decision. Let patience give you another chance to begin again. Thank you for listening to the story until the very end. See you in the next story.